Hey, so in this video, I will show you the exact steps you need to take in order to hijack your competitors' traffic that they're getting on Google. So let's just dive right into it and show you the exact steps you need to follow. So the first step that we need is to identify our top competitors. Okay, so let's just assume that I have a design tool or a photo editing tool, and my top competitors would be Canva or FreePic or maybe PicMonkey. But the biggest one that I can think of is Canva. Okay, so the first thing is you need to identify, and then once you have identified your competitors, you can have as many competitors as you want. But for this example, I'll just choose one big one. So it's Canva. Now, once you have that, the next thing you need to do is you need to map out these keywords. And the way to do that is, so I have Canva. Now, what I'll do is I'll add alternatives, right after that, or I'll add review right after my the competitor brand name. Okay. So let's just say I have a VPN app and I am trying to target my competitors. So my top competitors in the VPN space would be NordVPN, CyberGhost, ExpressVPN, all these different VPN brands, right? If my company or my SaaS is in the email marketing software niche, so my biggest competitors would be maybe ConvertKit, Mailchimp, those sort of brands. So once you have your um, biggest competitors, what you do is you will add alternatives or review right next to them. Okay, so for Canva, it would be Canva alternatives, Canva review, NordVPN alternatives, NordVPN review. So you get the idea of what I'm trying to say here. The reason why we're targeting these keywords, it's very simple because the intent is anyone that is searching for Canva alternatives on Google is looking for another software to try or maybe even purchase. Okay. So if someone is looking for Canva alternatives, that means they're not happy with the tool. They're looking for an alternative software. And this is where we can target this sort of traffic. Okay. It can even be for someone that is searching for Canva review. So this is where that person isn't sure about Canva, and maybe this is the exact point where we can interject and we can pitch our brand. Like, hey, this is our software, and these are the reason why it is better than Canva. So this is also one of the decision-making processes where it's a high intent keyword. Canva review, they're already looking for, they're problem aware. They're looking for a software that does maybe a design tool or it is a photo editing tool. So this is where we can target these sort of keywords. So once you have these keywords mapped out, like I have showed you for your top competitors, the next thing is we need to find Reddit threads that rank on Google. Okay. Now, the easiest way to do this, and where you can simply just add your keyword and it spits out all the different Reddit threads that are ranking on Google. So if I can just show you manually what I mean by that, if I search for Canva alternatives, right, on Google, you will see that in the first place you have this article by Zapier. And then in the second position, we have this Reddit thread that is getting close to 3,500 visitors per month. Okay. And it is ranking in the second position. And then after that, we have two more threads that are getting this visibility, and it is in the top second position. So this is where what I mean by finding these Reddit threads that are ranking on Google. Okay, so these threads are getting traffic. So anyone that is going to search for Canva alternatives, they're going to they're going to land on these Reddit threads, and they're going to look for good Canva alternatives because obviously in the post the person is also asking the same thing. So everyone that is going to land on this thread, they're going to go straight to the comments. Okay, and this is where the whole strategy is going to be. Okay, the other thing is if I search for Canva review, again it's the exact same thing. This thread is getting around 1,000 visitors per month, this specific thread, and it's basically ranking for the keyword Canva review. And if I just open this up, this is where I can maybe, as a user, I can add comment and maybe promote my own brand. All right. So now that I've shown you the importance of, why we're finding these Reddit threads, to find these Reddit threads, we can simply just use, CrowdReply, and it is free to use to find these threads. And the way that works is once you click on this, we I've already I've already done this for Canva alternatives, the keyword. Now, the way this works is you just have to add your keyword. So if you can just add your keyword here, okay, you just click on enter, and what this will do is we will search for all the threads that are ranking on Google, just like I showed you right now. And it will show you these metrics such as the amount of visitors it is getting, the engagement that specific thread has, or in which subreddit it has been posted, or even the date. So you have all these metrics combined in one place for you. So it makes it very easy to know which threads you need to focus on first. Okay. Now, over here, you might see a few threads that are not relevant to our keyword, and that's okay. You might have some keywords like those, but the majority of the threads you will find are super relevant to our keyword. So, for example, this thread is getting around 1,800 visitors per month. Again, this one is super relevant, Canva versus Adobe Express. Then here is another one, alternative to Canva. You can see all these different threads, and they're getting quite a good amount of traffic. You have all these different threads just for this keyword, Canva alternatives. If I search for something like Canva reviews, there are going to be a bunch of different threads, that are going to rank for that keyword, Canva reviews. You can also target keywords like Canva versus Adobe Express, where you're, comparing two different competitors. That is also where you can, have a great opportunity to promote your brand. Okay. So now that we have, you can find these Reddit threads using CrowdReply. Another just quick example, if I can tell you, is for NordVPN. So if I just type in NordVPN alternatives, I again will find all these different threads where I can engage and promote my own brand and basically siphon off the traffic these brands are getting. Okay. Now, the best thing about this is that these brands already have generated that demand. Okay. They already have those reviews, and you're basically anyone that is going to search for these keywords, you're basically just siphoning off the traffic. Okay. So anyone that is searching for NordVPN alternative, I am just going to go in and promote my brand and tell why it is better than NordVPN. Okay, and it is a super easy sell. The reason is because, like I said, they are already looking for a solution. They're already looking to make a switch, and I just need to convince them on why my brand is the better one. Okay, so once you have these threads, you need to now analyze like what sort of tone it is being used, what sort of comments are being posted. So this just basically gives you an understanding on how your comment should be. The easiest way that I can tell you is that you shouldn't be too promotional. If you're just trying to do a hard sell of your brand, then it's not going to work. You just need to, just provide some value, promote your brand in a very subtle way. And the best thing to do that, the easiest way to do that is just analyze all these different comments, right? What people are posting, and then just save these in a different spreadsheet or something. And what I do is I will, copy and paste these in a spreadsheet, all these different comments, and I'll just see like, how can I make my comment better? Maybe I'll take inspiration, write something off based on this, and maybe just change everything and promote my brand. So, for example, this is the comment that is, most people have um, written about it, upvoted it. There are a bunch of replies. So this is where I can, emulate based off this. Don't just, strictly copy it word for word. Obviously, that's not going to work. Right? It is going to remove your comment. The easiest is just take all these different comments. Like, for example, this is also all these different comments, and I will just, emulate and take inspiration based off these. Okay. So now once we have analyzed, the last thing is to prepare your comments. Okay, so that is also something we provide inside CrowdReply. Now, the reason why that works using our platform is because if you use your own personal accounts, you cannot use this at scale because, like I said, just for NordVPN alternatives, this one keyword, you have 57 results. And let's just assume you have 10 keywords, right? Now you have almost 500 threads. Now you cannot use one or two, personal accounts for this. Your account is going to get banned. This is where CrowdReply comes in, where you just find these threads, uh, write the comments for them, good comments, and then once you have those comments, you can simply just submit them. Okay, it is that easy. You don't need to have your own accounts. We use our own network of accounts to publish these comments for you. All right, so uh, I showed you how to write good comments. Just focus. The most basic thing I would like to say is that the basic mistake most brands and companies with us they make is they just use an AI generated comment. This is something I strictly will not allow anyone, because this is something that can easily get your comments removed. Okay, because Reddit can tell, even if not Reddit, the moderators of a subreddit, they can easily tell, even users, they can tell if it's AI generated, right? So it's best to just focus on writing good comments. This is where most people just fail because they think it's so easy. They just go to ChatGPT and write an AI generated comment. Uh, so yeah, once you have your comment, we will submit that using our own old and high karma Reddit accounts. And once you have your comment, everything done, the next thing is you also have the option to rank your comment. Now, what I mean by that is what we do is we analyze the top comment in a thread. So, for example, if I just open this up, what we do is we will analyze this top. So this one, for example, it's deleted maybe, but let me just give you a better example just so you're not getting confused maybe. So if I click on this and if I open this up, so yeah, this is a good example. This has 5. If I just click on, I want to rank my comment. So this has automatically seen like how much the top comment has. So it is at 4 upvotes. So we should get more than 4, maybe 8, maybe 6 or 7, whatever that number is. Anything that is more than this number, okay? And what I'll do is I will select how many upvotes per day. So the best option is just 1 or 2. Anything 3 or 4 is, there is a very high chance of your comment being removed. So I'll just do 2. And when to start, I highly recommend after 3 days or 7 days. Okay, so I'll just click on after 3 days. Once everything is done, I will click on submit. Now this is just a set and forget method. You write your comment, you set your settings for the upvotes and click submit. Now we will post this for you, and after 3 days, we will start adding upvotes. So basically, what will happen is that your comment is going to get more visibility. The reason why we're ranking this is because the most visibility you get is for the top comment. All right. No one goes to the very bottom to read your comment. Everyone, most people, they're just going to go through the first 3 positions, first 3 comments, and make a decision. So, so this is basically just how you will post your comments and your ad drip feed upwards. Now the last thing that is just remaining is just tracking everything. Everything is going smoothly. So for example, if I just come over to task tracking, over here I can see the status. I can see how many upvotes my comment has, the comment rank. This is really helpful. The comment rank. This can just give me an idea that this comment is on the 24th position in that thread. So maybe I need to add some upvotes in order to increase its rank. So for example, this one is at 5th position. So if I can just add a few more upvotes, I can easily get this into the top 3 positions where I can maximize my my visibility to the brand. Okay, so this is basically how you monitor everything. And to scale this strategy, it's quite easy. All you need to do is just increase the amount of keywords. So for just a quick example, so for, let's say I have a VPN tool, and I can target NordVPN, as I said, NordVPN alternatives, NordVPN review, or even I can target NordVPN versus CyberGhost. Okay, I can target NordVPN versus my brand. Okay, these are just some of the keywords I'm trying to, provide. NordVPN versus all the competitors. Okay, and I can go in all those different uh, threads and just promote my brand in a very subtle way. Okay, that's very important. So that's it for this video, and it's quite easy. And this is something that anyone can replicate in any niche. If you have a SaaS-based business, if you have an app, if you have a service-based business, this can be easily replicated for any niche or category. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.